Hello, I'm Kaeden, and today we're going to be installing multiple versions of Forge and Optifine for Minecraft 1.16.5. As usual, I will assume you're starting from zero with no installation of Minecraft, so if you already have Minecraft installed for the first time, you can skip this first step, but let's go ahead and open our Minecraft launcher. Once it is open, you're going to select your proper login. I use a Mojang login. After logging in, make sure it says latest release 1.16.5 and click play to download the game. And now that the game is actually downloaded and open, you can just exit. All the game files are loaded, so let's now download and install Forge. Open your web browser, go to files.minecraftforge.net. On the left-hand side, you'll see we're on 1.16.5. We're going to go ahead and download the recommended version, which has an installer right here. In the top right corner, wait for the countdown to get to 0, then you're going to click skip to download the file. While we're in our web browser, we can go to optifine.net to get Optifine. Up at the top, we hit our downloads button. On the right-hand side, it says Forge 36.0.42. Forge is actually in a newer version than this, which means that Optifine is not guaranteed to work. And if you ever have any particular issues with Optifine, this is sort of the first place you're going to want to look to make sure your version of Forge that you downloaded is compatible, because both of them are always updating. But I know for a fact that this version of Optifine does work with Forge version 36.1.0, the one we downloaded, so we're going to go ahead and download it. Now it's time to install Forge. We're going to go to our File Explorer and our Downloads, or wherever you download your files to, and you're going to open the Forge installer right here. Now remember, this is a jar file that requires you to have Oracle's Java installed on your computer. If you do not have Java installed, nothing's going to happen when you download the file. It'll just say that your computer doesn't know what to do with it. You're going to have to go to Oracle's website and download the proper version of Java for your computer. Then you'll be able to open these files. You'll know that it'll work because it'll have this little coffee cup icon right next to the installer. Once it's open, it should automatically be pointing to your .minecraft folder, which this one is. You're going to make sure install client is ticked and click OK. This is going to download and install everything you need to set up Forge in your Minecraft launcher. Once you get this message, successfully installed client profile Forge, that means you're ready to go. Open up your Minecraft launcher and you will see in the bottom left, you will have a new option to open the game running Forge instead of the vanilla Minecraft. And there you go, you see Forge right here. If you want to go back to vanilla Minecraft, just hit the little drop-down box and you can select the latest release. Now, it is not best practices to use your default Minecraft folder as the location for holding all of your Forge mods, and this is where it comes into installing different versions of Forge. All versions are going to work the same way. If you go back to files.minecraftforge.net, you will see all of these old versions. There are a lot of mods available for 1.12, so let's go down to 1.12.2, and we're going to go ahead and download its installer as well. Once that's done installing, we can go over to optifine.net, go to Downloads, Show All Versions, and we can find the appropriate one for 1.12.2, which we are now going to download as well. Now, to install multiple versions of Forge, you have to have the files for the version of the game that you want to play, which means you're going to have to go to Installations and make sure that the Releases is ticked here. We're going to have to create a new installation for Minecraft 1.12.2. And in the version dropdown, we're going to have to scroll down to 1.12.2, then go ahead and click Create. What this is going to do is to allow us to play 1.12.2, and by clicking play over here, we'll install the files that we need. Yes, we know all about this. I understand the risks. Play anyway. And with that version of Minecraft running, the nostalgia, we can go ahead and quit the game, because now we can install Forge. It has the proper version of Minecraft to install on top of. Go to your downloads, Forge 1.12.2, or whatever version you're using, and install it. You will do the same thing for all other versions of Forge that you want to use. Download and run the version of Minecraft first, and then run the Forge installer. What we're going to do now is we're going to give each version of Forge its own environment to work with. We're going to have to give them their own folders to be installed to. We do this in the Installations tab. Now you can put these folders anywhere you want. I'm going to put them on the desktop for ease of use, but you can keep them somewhere neat if you like to keep your desktop clear. I'm going to call this one Minecraft 1.12.2, and I'm going to create another folder called Minecraft 1.16.5. These are going to be for our 2 Forge installations. We'll start with Forge 1.12.2 because that's the one currently available. If you go over to the 3 dots on the right and go to Edit, it allows you to pick a game directory. You're going to want to point this to one of the folders that you just created. In this case, we're going to go to our desktop and we're going to go to 1.12.2 and click OK. That will now install all of your Forge files and an entire version of Minecraft with Forge to that folder itself. And none of the mods you install there will interfere with the mods from the other versions. Go ahead and click Save. Next, we're going to create a new installation. We're going to call it Forge 1.16.5. And under the version, we're going to select the 1.16.5 version of Forge. And then you guessed it, we're going to point its directory, its game directory, to our desktop to that 1.16.5 folder and click Create. Now we have 2 different versions of Forge, one for 1.16.5 and one for 1.12.2. This one's going to point to this folder over here, and this one's going to point to this folder, keeping our mods nice and separate. Go ahead and click play on each of these versions of Forge because we need it to install all of the folder structure for us. Yes, we understand the risks. Play. So that's version 1.12.2. Let's do it for 1.16.5. Set it to 1.16.5 Forge and click play. Yes, I understand. Stop asking. And now we have Forge 36.1.0 for Minecraft 1.16.5 running here. Now the reason we did that is now in both of these folders that we created, it has files inside, including this one that's most important called mods. We can look in the other folder as well. It also has mods. That's where you're going to download your mods to. The first thing we're going to install is Optifine. Navigate to your downloads folder, find the Optifine for 1.16.5, cut, and put it inside the mods folder of your Forge 1.16.5. Perfect. Now do the same thing for any other versions. I'm going to do it for 1.12.2. And again, make sure you put it in the correct version of Forge or it won't work correctly. There we go. Optifine is installed on both as our first mods. Now downloading mods is a tricky endeavor. There are a lot of really sketchy websites out there. I recommend you only download Forge mods from CurseForge. CurseForge.com/Minecraft/MC-mods is where all of the mods are. These are the official places where the mod creators post updates, and you're going to want to find all of your relevant mods here. It's got it all sorted by category on the left. Let's install something simple like Biomes Aplenty. So we click on Biomes Aplenty. We're going to go to Files because we want to get the proper version. See right here it says this version of Biomes Aplenty is for 1.16.5. Perfect, that's exactly what we want. Let's download that. And now let's grab something for 1.12.2, like Just Enough Items. Everyone needs that mod, right? You're gonna go to Files. And right here at the top is 1.12.2. If you want more versions, of course, they're further down in the Files page, like here's more modern ones for 1.16.5, but we want the one for 1.12.2. Download. Installing the mods is as simple as taking those downloaded files and putting them in their proper version. Biomes Aplenty was for 1.16.5, so let's put it in the proper installation folder, under mods, right next to Optifine. Perfect. Now we'll take JEI for 1.12.2 and put that one in the 1.12.2. Mods, right next to Optifine. And now if we start up both, we will see that we've loaded the respective mods. We'll start with Forge 1.16.5, play. If we click on the mods button, we can see that Biomes Aplenty is in fact installed on this version. Let's check 1.12.2 now. Select it here, Forge 1.12.2, and play. Click on mods, and sure enough, Just Enough Items is right there. You can install as many mods as you like into the mods folders of whatever versions of Forge you'd like to use. Please be careful with anything not found on the CurseForge website. A lot of those other sites are really sketchy and can really install some nasty things on your computer, so I would recommend sticking just to CurseForge. It is the trusted way of installing mods. I'm Kaeden, I hope you've learned something and enjoy playing multiple versions of Forge with Optifine in all the versions of Minecraft you can think of. Have fun gaming!